Today's episode, we're talking about the healing properties of water. Welcome back to Daoist Gate Talks. My name is Rick Johanson, and we're here, as always, with Master Zhou Xuan-Yun.
Hi, 大家好.
And Henry Lee.
Hello.
And today is a continuation of the talk we had last episode on water. So we're going to discuss some different ways you can use water to regulate the body. And the first question is, what is the difference between hot and cold water in the body?
我们先来讲这个热水吧，我们讲这个用法，就是说，你像在我们来说，经常这个养生上面呢，在这个养生上面，就是说我们会晚上用这个热水泡脚，晚上用这个热水洗脸，晚上用这个热水。
So typically speaking, let's first talk about hot water. It's a common practice is to actually at nighttime specifically using hot water. So you use hot water to soak your feet, hot water to wash the face, so on and so forth. So you kind of see that balance there. Nighttime is balanced out with hot water.
这就是帮你的血液就流通，帮你身体放松。更容易睡觉.
And so by virtue of the hot water, it gives the ability to increase the circulation of the body, ergo makes the circulation smooth all the way throughout, makes it a little easier to sleep.
所以说像在我们早上的时候呢，你像在这个早上的时候，那都用冷水来洗脸。用冷水洗脸的话，它让你非常精神，看着就是说看着更有神，让你这个所有的力量都能出来。
So then the counter to that is that during the morning as the sun's coming up, you'll typically use cold water to splash some cold water on the face, wash your hands with some cold water, and that gives you that sort of morning perk. It gives you a little bit more of energy. So you kind of see it in old TV, even the someone splashes their face and they just feel refreshed, ready to face the day.
All right, and actually, on that note, I remember when I left early from our trip to Wudang, I was on the train and I noticed they have hot water on the train. So it seemed like it was just everywhere.
Yeah.
All right, so what about for the medicinal purposes and for the healing nature of water?
OK， 这我们先来讲这个外用吧，就像那个在我们家就是说在那个农村吧，然后有的人就是生病了，他那个药并不是说是很多很容易买，就像有的人就是感冒啊、生病啊，那就用这个晚上还是用这个热水泡脚，时间要泡长，泡的让你出汗，你身上有这个汗的时候，你这个感冒基本上都慢慢好掉了。
Okay, so what happens is that a common practice in the villages is that, for instance, when you get sick, just as we mentioned before, there's going to be soaking your feet in hot water. But the key difference being is that you're doing it not just for the sake of increasing circulation, but to actually really increase the individual's body temperature so that they really start sweating and they're starting able to sweat out the sickness. So by making them really sweat it out, you increase the base body temperature. It makes it easier to kill the pathogen, get the infection, and then in Chinese medicine thinking, really let it open up the pores of the skin and let everything just rush on out. Everything being the pathogenic factor.
你看，再就是这个早上，就是有的这个生病了，早上也可以就是喝这个热水或者热茶、热咖啡都很好，这样都会提高你身体的自身的这个免疫力。
So then the other part being is the morning. This is where things would change a little bit because you're sick. In the morning, you would continue having hotter beverages to bolster the system. Where normally your body has a sort of base temperature that's warm. It's having to fight off a pathogen. So now you keep it bolstered with this hot water this heat that your own body's not quite able to provide. So you continue to push out the pathogen and all the sickness.
所以我们讲说，就是特别这个早上经常喝热咖啡啊，经常喝热茶的人啊，这个人在他平时也很少生病，就是说有生一点点这个小病啊，都没问题，就是说经常喝这个就抵抗一下就过去了。
So folks who typically drink hot beverages in the morning, you might notice that if you did a side-by-side comparison, generally speaking, by virtue that they're really bolstering their own warmth, their own body's warmth, they don't tend to get as sick as, say, folks who don't have this habit.
就是说，如果要是在我们平时的话，有的人这个血压低了，那个早上就这个温水里面放一点点盐，就是每天早上一杯热水温水呀，里面放一点盐，喝了，这样对他的血压可以帮助提升。
Another thing that it can be used for is folks who typically have a really low blood pressure. So they need to increase the blood pressure. Having a bit of warm water dissolved with some salt inside can actually help to increase that blood pressure to a more regulated level.
那个还有一个就是说阴阳水。什么叫阴阳水呢？就是说我们经常啊，就是说那个烧这个热水啊，这个热水烧开了，然后这个杯子了，一半冷水，一半热水，兑到一起，这称之为阴阳水。这个水呢，就是说在我们平时上火，什么时候上火啊？就是说包括你这个经常有这个咽炎呐，这个两边有点不舒服啊，或者是经常这个上厕所这个大便很干，这种很不舒服，就喝这个阴阳水，经常每天早上就是这个热水烧开以后，一个杯子里面一半热水一半冷水，喝了以后都会把这个
所以是不是中间有一个杯子，就是先倒那冷水，开那
再倒热水，对，这叫阴阳水。
OK， 就是阴阳，就是太极图的阴阳。
阴阳，对，阴和阳。
So another practice that for medicinal purposes is so-called yin and yang water. So it's the idea of what you do is that you have the hot water and cold water. And so you have the two extremes, so yang, yin, and then in one glass you combine the two, and then using this, you drink this mixture, and it helps to have that regulated body temperature. So the idea of not really hitting either extreme, but really trying to regulate and hit that homeostasis in your own body and regulate your own temperature so that you're not dealing with too cold of a core to body temperature, too hot of a core body temperature, trying to keep it as regulated as possible to just balance the health and make sure that you're not particularly susceptible to cold pathogen or hot pathogen, for example.
所以就是说你要是这个就是比较严重了，就是说早上一杯阴阳水，晚上一杯阴阳水，2杯，非常好。
So then a common practice a practice that is beneficial to us is to get in the practice of having that balancing factor. So having a cup of yin-yang water in the morning, having a cup at night, it just ensures that when you wake up, you're balanced out. At nighttime, you're balanced out as well. So this is unlike the previous scenarios we talked about. This is barring if you're already inherently healthy. You would have the different temperatures if you were dealing with something specifically like, I'm sick right now, so I should use more hot water. This is talking about if you're already inherently healthy.
Well, that talk about the balance. I know if you don't have enough water, very bad. Is there such thing as having too much water in your system?
Yes, 就是如果要是这个喝水的话，你喝的太多的话，就是说我们那叫平均，就是你渴了喝。但你喝的太多的话会伤肾，就是每天上厕所太多了，会对你这个肾会有问题。
Okay. So that is in fact true. It's so I know it is in fact popular. Everyone's saying you should drink more. But yes, there is in fact something to be said about drinking too much. And in the Chinese medicine thought, drinking too much water will actually start to harm the kidneys. So kidneys are typically related with water in Chinese medicine thought. So if you're having too much, you're kind of overloading them, and now you're making them work too hard. So now you've sort of busted the engine, as it were.
那但是如果是胖人的话，应该不会有这个问题，可能。对，这是这样想。
So the other thing is with typically with folks who are a little bit on the heavier side, slightly fatter, this isn't as much of an issue in that their kidneys are already strong enough, or they're sort of conditioned to be able to handle so much. That said, I personally still think if they went to certain extremes, they'd eventually hit that point.
对，因为这个水，我们喝这个水 太多了，它另外一个作用就是说clean那个里面的东西，就是说经常洗啊洗啊。
是。
对，所以说你要是如果胖的话，那个洗着都没问题；如果要瘦的话，就是说经常健康的话，它洗的太多了，那都不行。就像衣服啊，经常洗它会破掉。
Okay, that's interesting. So the reason why Sifu mentions the fat versus thin individuals is the idea that, as we had discussed in our last topic, or our last episode, water has this purifying quality to it. So someone who's on the fatter side might have a lot of impurities in the body. So what happens is the water actually, because they drink so much, it's helping to clear out a lot of impurities in their body. However, if you have someone that's inherently thinner and they don't have as many impurities, there's such a thing as scrubbing too hard, for example. So, you might have a really nice plate and you want to clean it up, purify it, but if you scrub way too hard, now you've just damaged the plate. So it's the same idea.
So I have a personal question. Before I came to Boston, I was at a different school for martial arts, and I know I was younger, and I would leave. It was in Florida. I would leave the practice sweating so much into the Florida night air, but my teacher then would say, "Don't leave sweaty." And I know I learned why. But what's your perspective if you're wearing like a wet clothing and going outside, or just water externally on your body?
就是比如说，他以前的老师说的，你应该不是你出了很多汗，你应该不出去的，你不能马上出去的，就是让这风吹在你的身上。
对，这个在中国就是说，因为你这个汗毛孔啊，你出汗这个汗毛孔是开的，那开的话就是说这个风一吹啊。它那个风里面对我们来说，它有邪气，那一下那个不好的东西啊，或者这个气啊，冷的在你身上面一下吹进去了，这样人容易生病。
So what happens is that when you sweat, the pores of your bodies have opened up. That's the whole thinking in Chinese medicine is that your pores open, the sweat comes out, wets everything, wets all the excess temperature out. But if you're to step outdoors immediately, especially with a strong breeze or a wind coming at you, your pores are open. And what is thought of is the idea that the wind can carry certain pathogenic factors in it. So what happens is that negative qi or things that can harm your body, by virtue that your pores are wide open, you're letting all the negative things come on in. So certain sicknesses, you could think of it as bacteria, for example, they just slip right in now because your skin's not sealed up. So that's why you wouldn't want to go out right after you've had a good hard sweat.
Yeah. All right. I learned my lesson. Well, that'll do it for today. So thank you very much for joining us. If you have a question you'd like us to tackle, you can ask it in the comments below. And if you want more information on classes here locally, you can check out DaoistGate.com. 再见.
All right, so that's going to wrap it up for water and Taoist philosophy. So, Rick, would you say that quenched your thirst for knowledge?
Absolutely. And I like what you did there.
Thank you. So it's once again, guys, we're always looking for new subjects to talk about. So as always, like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments if there's any topic you want to know about. Until then, we'll see you later.